And tales from Trebah, the Cornish secrets of a D-Day operation to be retold after 75 years.
How this Cornish village played a vital role in the D-Day landings. Previously unseen footage shows the huge operation unfolding.
Bit of a treat for you now, as some rare unseen footage has emerged which shows thousands of American soldiers leaving the Helford River for the D-Day assault on northern France.
The film was discovered by a former BBC cameraman, and as Eleanor Parkinson reports, its discovery comes as people living in the area prepare to commemorate the 75th anniversary of their involvement in D-Day.
This is previously unseen footage of American soldiers leaving the shores of Cornwall for northern France. This film was shot by a US military photographer at Trebah beach on the Helford River. More than 7,000 soldiers left from one single beach in a secret operation. In this footage, you can see the concrete road that was built to bring the tanks and equipment down to the river. The American soldiers also had a big impact on the nearby village of Morton Smith. The first local people knew was the roads were being widened and changed. Kelly Hutchins was 5 and Sylvia King was 8.
We went home from school one day and our parents came to pick us up, which was quite unusual because parents didn't come to school. But our mothers came to pick us up and we had to go home all around the fields because we were not, as Callie said, we were not allowed on the roads. No civilians were allowed on the roads.
The American soldiers were told not to tell anyone what they were doing, but they did hand out gifts.
Nice lot of chewing gum, which we thought was lovely. And then they asked if our parents smoked. Of course, we said yes, my brother and myself, yes. And we had all these Lucky Strikes, packets of them, to take home to our parents. So we went home really running with this to give to the parents.
Now, 75 years on, and these stories and others from people who were living in the village at the time have been recorded and collated, and they're being used as a basis for a major new theatrical production called Operation Neptune. It will tell the story of one of the American soldiers and will be performed in the garden at Trebah and on the beach from where they left.
The starting point for us is making sure we're collecting memories of all sorts of interesting people who are around the local area, and then turning that eventually into a big performance piece which will travel all the way through the garden, starting off in our own version of America up at the top, and then finishing with the real stories and down at the bottom of the garden on the beach of the troops leaving.
And the old concrete road has been restored so military vehicles can be brought down to the beach for a day of commemoration. Every year, Trebah remembers the American servicemen, but say this year their tribute will be extra special.